Shit.
It's too big for me, sister.
Right. What the boys club was supposed to represent, that's what's missing. Because in Elizabeth City, they tore down the boys club and put up a Sonics. Right? Funny thing is,
and they didn't even replace that boys club. Right?
But I wish I was around when the business was going down, right? Because the guy that runs that Sonics, I know him for Chicago, homeboy man. So maybe I could have had some influence on another location, maybe. You feel what I'm saying? It's 50% chance that if I had known before time the business is done, I might could have said, yo, I could have talked to him because I grew up in the area. I know what the boys club represented to the community and how it shaped and molded us. Now there's no boys club that I know of. So where do they get that men interaction? The neighborhood men.
Okay, I'm gonna say that too. Not only the boys clubs, but I know in some neighborhoods personally they tore down certain basketball courts, places where we did congregate. So unless you get in going to the barbershop and you got a rapport with the people there, you may interact with some distinguished gentlemen or people who are in the community that's old elders to you. Other than that, it's family functions. And if you don't have no family functions, the next motherfucker that you associate being a man or some type of correlation to who you are is in the streets.
Well, you also, really? That's what I asked
or TV, because your mama done told you to stay in the house if you listening. Other than that, you in the streets seeing what you see. That's your example of man.
But your mama can't keep you in the house. Your daddy can keep you in the house. Your mama can't.
Yes, you can.
Shit. What?
I mean,
I don't know.
No.
You sneak out on your mama and take whatever the fuck.
Well, not for some strong mamas, you know what I mean? For some strong mamas.
You saying that a kid would be like, I'm out?
I'm saying that a kid on his mama, he'll sneak out, come back, take whatever she gonna give him, because he knows she gonna still love him. With a daddy,
he gonna think,
and that don't heal the same. Getting punched in the face by your daddy, do not heal the same. You never like that nigga ever again.
Being talked
I don't care how much you think you love him. You never like him again because he disrespected you like a man. He didn't treat you like he loved you. Because mama would never punch her baby in the face, right? She might beat him. I done had some whippings, but you know what? Because I was raised by a stepfather, so I try to look at that type of angle of a man who know that that's not his child, and how does he treat him in a time when you got to discipline him.
I mean, okay, even in that.
And I never went through that, but I thank God for the type of father that I had that raised me, because that's what made me the money kid. You feel me? Who I am. So I salute him.
But then, I again, that's examples, and that's us being fortunate to be in the presence of brothers who exhibited men. So even in that, as a man, you got to examine. It's not somebody taking the time to raise my kid. He loved a woman enough. That's their business. But in the presence of your child, he's making sure that child not harmed, fed, and things is carried on, whether you doing it or not. And then if you're not doing it, you definitely got to examine it, because as a man, you either going to do better or you're going to sit your ass down and allow your child to be brought up in that thing. And that's a hard pill for a lot of men to swallow.
Who's going to force them to sit their ass down and do better, though? That's the thing.
Themselves.
How?
Shit.
You can't tell these young boys nothing.
Well, that's why the cell and the funeral boxes and all that is telling them.
But it ain't like they scared of that. They go in there and they think that's a good thing. They able to write home and call home and this shit, it don't break the mentality. You feel what I'm saying? Just because you lock them up doesn't change the mentality. They feel
that's number one. Because that's not rehabilitation in one perspective. Because most of these young men don't even know what
rehabilitation. Prison can't rehabilitate.
No, I'm saying that's never been a form of that. So some of these young cats don't even need to be in that realm. They might have needed a motherfucker to help their problems they was going through, or somebody to. Listen,
the psychiatrist,
man, for as many
therapists,
or they auntie, or they motherfucking, or somebody that's going to listen to.
You gotta know yourself in order to tell someone something about yourself that you don't want nobody to know. Right. You have to know yourself. You have to, because if you don't, then you're not gonna feel comfortable with telling a loved one some shit that you don't want nobody to know.
again, you may be, you never
Like your
know
grandma,
before.
you tell your grandma shit you wouldn't tell your mama.
Man,
Because you know your grandma.
But you never know.
I don't know.
Some humans are built where they can build rapport with people where they may reveal that.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? And that person,
That's true.
In some instance, that person might not even have control of that.
So black people need therapy? Well, I can't. Let's change. So, how do we change the term black then? Okay. Because I just said black people, and I'm posting things about not calling ourselves black and what it means. So, what is the alternative so we can start interjecting that into our common dialogue?
Move progressively.
Yeah. Well, what do we? So, if we not black and not getting into where somebody feel like they're part of a religion or a section of people, we don't call ourselves black or Negro, African American. We call ourselves king.
And people let's sit on that for a split second.
Okay.
Calling king, everybody, I'm the king of this. All of that is again to higher the speech, opposed to calling you nigga, boy, whatever anybody want to refer to. Now we are creating our own value, not just in our thought, but in our speech. So referring to you as a king is your thought process. You think to your highest. You know what I mean? Whether you do or not is not my business. But that's what I exhibit as a brother. So it's only right to extend that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. When I see the king, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, okay.
And wait, again, when we talking about a person coming into self, we have to really look at, as the phrase you referring to, black. Let's just look at logic for a second. Your phone case is black.
Right.
Let's just look at referring to a color. So, as a person, you have to look at the injustices we go through as a human. So to continuously, and this is my opinion, to continuously associate yourself, now pull me a shizzy too, to continuously associate yourself with a term that someone else created to refer to you as, and it's under those conditions, then as a human, at some point, what do you feel? You have to think higher of yourself at some point. So that's where you remove that. Praises do.
Praises do.
And then second, once you start doing the knowledge and you see certain things fall under that color law, and you know that referring to yourself, we allowing other people to paint the picture of who we are.
I would think the main thing with people of color will probably be
is that a natural?
How do I entertain that theory and still maintain my lifestyle? Because they can't see that once they no longer call themselves black and they step into this other realm where they feel like their lifestyle is their life. You know, what they're able, the type of job they have that affords them to have the lifestyle that they have, that affords them to do the things that they do. And then when you start talking this shit, we talking feel like, what the fuck? How can I, because they can't see how they can maintain the same.
I refer to a stigma. Are you the stigmas that are attached to being, and I'm not asking you this person, I'm asking the public. Pony, are you attached to the stigmas that define what being a quote-unquote nigga is, or wigger, or whatever? So it's about defining yourself. I'm
talking about just comfort. I'm talking about just the food, clothes, and shelter, where if you take my home girl who just take care of herself, she got a nice job, nice spot, she living good. Right now, she might not see the reason why what we saying don't really affect her, because she feel like her life is good because she take care of her son. She got a nice whip. She got money in the bank, a nice job. Things is good. It's not really a lot of stress. So it's almost like she might not see the benefit in denying myself being black
I mean, but that's
doing
that.
sovereign.
But just because we pull shots don't mean everybody got to take one. So when you look at that, everybody, the lane of which
but
people choose to move.
They gonna make her put her chip in the arm.
That don't make her. Hey, if
but
that's
you know that though.
Yeah,
they gonna make her put a chip in the arm in the future.
But whoever that said be, again, that's their choice.
I don't know how to get no chip on.
And this is what people, I want people to understand. But I speak of that. I'm very proud of who I am. But what I've learned is I will not allow someone else that to define who I am and my value and what I contribute to my culture and what I stand for.
But how you get there? Did you always think like that?
Nah. And I got correct.
Because we all be young and dumb.
I did.
I mean, I'm talking
but
like
it wasn't
9,
a line.
I'm talking like 9, 10. Because 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, for boys, I think that's that age where you start to be like, the world is what it is, and it's like you start to develop. Boys are just more adventurous and things, so you're thinking a little different than a female because you just doing dumb shit because you just fucking curious. As a boy.
I answered this. My mom allowed me in my upbringing. My mother allowed my creativity of what I felt as a child I wanted to express. I could express.
Okay.
And
so
having the freedom,
the parent,
and having the freedom to do that, and then what I may have thought I should do as a boy or as a man, that was the space. She did that. She wasn't developing. I need to be clear. She wasn't developing me to be the man that wasn't there. I think that's what's lost in the concept of you can't raise a man to, a woman can't raise a man to be that. That's what's lost in that concept. It takes a men conversation to take that bass to be heard in the house when you come home. It takes that is needed. And if it's not, in the relationship, of course, gotta happen from that man to that child. So these is things in my upbringing that, even though it wasn't there, it was already in me. And my mom allowed what was in me to come out, whether it was tribulations, pain, the absence of my pops, and being there for my siblings.
I'm not gonna go there because the journalist in me make me want to ask, like, I like dialogue.
The journalist should ask.
But I like that. But this is where I'm gonna talk to you off of. I'm gonna talk to you personally.
Off the record.
Yeah, because I want you to understand that that's the difference with media. We not media, but we multimedia.
Yeah,
we understand media, but we don't follow the discord and the rules of media because that shit is wicked. Media rules is the same as music industry rules, Hollywood rules, school rules, job rules is all the same. The rule is the same wherever you go. Do what I say. That's it. That's the rule in America, right? My thing is, let's get some land, build some structures, some residences, some houses, get some solar panels, some water filtration systems, farms and gardens, and let's, you know what? People would not let go of their money. You'd rather hold on to the money because the money, you will hold on to your money, but eventually you got to give it to somebody. Right?
And that's where it's the key of knowing how to make your bread walk to you. Because if you talk the alphabets of being B-R-O-K-E, and your money ain't coming back to you, guess what? It's not going to come back to you.
Right. Poor nigga mentality, yeah.
Exactly. So all of us is already rich. We looking at the wrong currency.